Hello and welcome to Unrecognised Heroes, the podcast brought to you by the National AI and Cyber Awards. This is the podcast where we dive into the latest innovations, challenges and success stories in the world of cybersecurity. I'm your host Ellie from Future Tech Events, and today I'm joined by Charles White from the Cyber Scheme, a brilliant organisation that's doing great work to underpin careers in technical cybersecurity. Charlie, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. Thank you very much, Ellie. Thank you.
It's great to have you. I know that we've known each other for a few years now. So
We
let's
have.
start with an introduction from you. Could you tell us a bit about who you are, what you do, and the great work the Cyber Scheme carries out?
Well, hi, everybody. So my name is Charles White. I've been in the cyber industry for over 28 years now, starting with my own cybersecurity consultancy quite some time ago, which I sold on to Outran. And then as Outran moved into Capgemini Engineering, I did quite a lot of work running the cyber teams there. So I've had a pretty illustrious career across all of that. But one of the things that I've always been passionate about is looking at the talent gap, looking at the skills gap that we need to make the UK the safest place to be. And that remains a challenge, and that's why we started up the Cyber Scheme. So the Cyber Scheme is, as you have beautifully segued for us, Ellie, the Cyber Scheme is all about assisting people into careers in technical cyber. So we work very closely with CySec, that is very much a membership organisation for those individuals that are in the risk compliance and governance space. We are very much in the technical space, so that's security testing, secure operations, secure coding, secure design, architecture, and so the list goes on for all those people out there that felt the need for some cyber words thrown in. So we are helping people through their careers. We're looking at early starters, so people coming into the industry from the first time. So that tends to be people coming out of universities that have got degrees, all the way through to career transitioners. So we're very, very passionate about helping career transitioners. We have a skills gap. We want to help those people come in and get jobs in the industry. And then through the work that we do with the professionalisation agenda, because we now have an agenda from the UK Cyber Council where we are professionalising roles and individuals within the industry through a chartering process. We are now beginning to take people through the process and giving them official professional titles that they can allude to when they are looking to get work or get jobs or do whatever it is as part of their career development. So that's the exciting stuff that we're doing. That's who we are, and that's what we're about. We work in collaboration with, I guess, the vast majority of the cybersecurity community. So lots and lots and lots of end users, so people that are trying to deal with cyber and overcome the issues that cyber has, and therefore need the talent and the skill to do that. With lots and lots of consultancies that are sometimes providing that talent and skill to those organisations to help. And then finally, we're dealing with quite a number of government departments, all of which again have challenges from the NHS through to DWP or whoever, who have an agenda to professionalise the skills and the capabilities they have surrounding cyber. And again, we're there helping assess those individuals and launch them on their career. So hopefully that gives you enough about the Cyber Scheme.
That gives a great roundup as to what you do. And I imagine it's evolved so much over the years, Charlie, from the inception of the Cyber Scheme as to, touching on the professionalisation of the industry, and that's part of the business now. So it sounds like things have moved along quite a lot.
Yes, things have. And, I as I said at the outset, I have been in the industry for a long time. I sort of have a relatively good handle on where the industry is going, how it's developing, and the things that we need to do. And whilst we are passionate about helping individuals on their career journey, we're also passionate about helping our what we call sponsors, so those organisations that we work with, to help those organisations to develop new markets. So a great example of a new market is if you take operational technology. Operational technology has certainly been around way longer than most IT systems, and yet we we have a real shortage of skilled, competent people that are capable of looking, reviewing, architecting, risk assessing, industrial control systems, operational technology, anything that's got a PLC controller within it. So we are looking at defining the standard for how people should be assessed if they're going to have that sort of level of competence. After all, Ellie, you are unlikely to take an IT security person and give him free and unfettered rein to go and plug a cable into your car engine and play with it and then feel comfortable driving it down the road. That is the sort of analogy of where we need to get to a point where we've got capable people that are qualified and have a professional title to point to that confirms that. So it's changed massively, but we are constantly evolving. We're constantly trying to develop and grow and enhance the market, and to some extent keep up with the market too, because life changes in cyber at an alarmingly fast rate.
Absolutely. And I know you touched on there, Charlie, quite a few key partners that you work with, and that segues us really nicely into part of the reason that we're here today to talk about the partnership between the Cyber Scheme and the National Cyber Awards for the first time. And not only that, but we've developed 3 new awards this year, haven't we, together? So let's dive into that. And what motivated the Cyber Scheme to get involved with us for the first time, and why is now the right time to do so?
So historically, when I was the CEO of Information Risk Management, it was really important for us to consistently look at peer approval, for us to look to gain accreditation that the work that we were doing was of good, sound quality, and that as an organisation we could be respected and responsible. So, we used to enter in for awards, some of which were difficult to attain, and some of which were frankly too easy to obtain. And I think very quickly we dispensed with the ones that you frankly paid a fee and you then got your name in lights. We just didn't bother because they had zero value. The ones that did matter to us though were the ones where the marketing department had to spend quite a considerable amount of time thinking heavily and clearly about the response that they put down when asked to tell us X about your company, or tell us why you perceive this or why you've done that. Not only was it the fact that the marketing department had to spend some time doing it, it was then the judges that were involved in the judging process of it. So if the judges were from a cross-section of industry, then that was really important to us as well, because that gave us affirmation that we as an organisation had peer approval from a very wide sector of the industry. And let's be really clear, whether you like it or not, by the time we got to sell IRM to Altran back in 2017, the awards that we had gathered over the last 2-3 years mattered much to give the buying party some credence and credibility that we were recognised, we had peer approval, and that we were of sound mind and body, etc., etc. So that's all great. That's a great preamble. Why have we done it now? Because I think the general consensus is that there is something of a hole in the marketplace. The National Cyber Awards, I've known Richard a long time, and you and Fergus a long time. You've done astonishingly well at bringing to bear the National Cyber Awards as the sort of benchmark for awards now that are in this industry. Therefore, I'm not concerned. I just thought, well, we are missing a trick. I think it's really important that we identify some of the good work that's going on within the industry. And very specifically, the good work that's done by organisations that are out there. And we've created new award categories for enterprise and SME security consultancy.
So, Charlie, we've been working closely together, like we've mentioned, over the last few months to develop these awards and to curate a really detailed criteria for them. Could you tell us a little bit more about the 3 awards that we've created, what they are and what that means for the technical disciplines within the industry to be involved in these awards?
So these awards, so we created three awards, Enterprise Consultancy, SME Consultancy and MSP of the Year, Managed Service Provider. consultancies provide technical capability, but it's not all technical capability. It's a lot of it is consulting skills and etc. But back to my point earlier about the value of having awards. It is a peer review. It is a peer recognition. The really important point with the National Cyber Awards is it's not pay to play. It's judged properly. I've been a judge for 2 years on the bounce now, and you chased me up endlessly for my judging details, and I spent hour after hour going through relevant bits and pieces and scoring it efficiently and doing all the things. So this is not made up stuff. It's proper stuff, and I want the community that we represent. So we are out there with that community. Those sponsors, helping them to develop new markets, looking to help them grow and grow. I want them to get some recognition as well. And that's really important to me, because otherwise I'm not too sure where it is that they go necessarily within this space to get that. There are, plenty of awards out there that are for product vendors, but that doesn't deal with the consultancies. Well, frankly, whether or not you're PwC or Accenture, or all the way through to very unique and boutique outfits like Prism or Cyberus, etc. These are all amazingly good companies, and they should be able to be out there and referenced and up receiving an award.
There is nothing to lose by being part of the awards. They are free to enter. We do that purposely, don't we? Because it reduces the barriers to entry, and we've always remained in that way and operated in that way. We also give all the finalists a free ticket to attend. So if we can have that technical community represented at the event, along with all of the other cross sections of the industry that we have, then I think it only makes for a better event, doesn't it?
That's absolutely right. And what you've just done there is demonstrated again the whole raison d'etre, which is it's free to enter, so there's no paying us, the National Cyber Awards, some amount of money. Actually, it's the reverse, and we give you a free ticket to come to the awards session. So I don't see why people can't put an application in. Although I'm accepting that you're not going to be able to write 5 lines, or the marketing team can't just write 5 lines and say we think we're really brilliant at everything and we want an award, because you simply won't win it. It's not that level of application that the National Cyber Awards are after.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you see the role of the cyber scheme and the wider technical community evolving with the National Cyber Awards over the next few years, Charlie? Because it's not just a 1-year relationship that we have. We're all about longevity and hope to continue this partnership.
Well, yeah, we have committed with you. We both committed to each other that we will have these awards for the foreseeable future. And what I would hope is that we can sow the sort of seeds out there, so people say, well, this is great, I'm going to apply. I think it will gain a critical mass over the next couple of years, I hope. But then the National Cyber Awards and the Cyber Scheme do what we always do, which is go back to our community and say, is there anybody that's underrepresented here? And you'll be amazed. You'll probably end up finding that there will be a whole ecology of individuals and organisations that will pop up and we're completely underrepresented because you never think about us because we do X, Y, Z. And in that instance, then we need to be creating a new award for that. The National Cyber Awards, I think, now has got a great balance because it's got awards for individuals. So we have those awards specifically aimed at an individual, regardless of where they come from. And now we have awards for teams of people, and I think that is really, really strong. And linking it against all the amazing awards that come out for some of the individuals that are working within the MOD, within government, within government departments, police forces. That is really, really honestly bringing the whole ecosystem together. How many times do you go to events where MOD on one side of the room and then you've got, I don't know, Pepsi Cola on the other side of the room? It's quite a diverse group. It's great. It's really good.
I think that's why we're so keen to embed ourselves in the industry with the experts like yourself, Charles, because it makes us representative of the industry we're operating within. You know, we're not the cyber experts. We want to hear from you. What's going on in the sector? Who should we be representing? And what are we not currently doing that should be highlighted? So I think that's a really, really great point. So thank you so much for joining me today, Charlie. It's been fantastic hearing about the work that you're doing, and I know that we're both really excited to see the technical communities represented and celebrated at this year's awards. So for those of you listening, nominations are now open until May 30th. You can head over to our website and nominate. As we've said a million times, it is free to enter. So if you know someone doing brilliant work in the cybersecurity sphere, then please get nominating. Thank you for listening, and we'll speak to you next time.